She used to live on the north side of the zoo, over by where the picnic area is with the train ride and everything. That's where the old elephant park was. But in 2010, we opened up the savannah and moved Jenny over here and brought a whole bunch of other elephants to be friends with her. Because she's too small to give her a really, good herd size. So we opened up the savannah for her. Coming down here to join her is Congo. Congo is 36 years old. She's very easy to tell apart from the other elephants because she only has that one tusk. Back there, slightly over the hill by that tree structure, is Mama and Kamba. Mama's the one whose head you can see.
Congo
She's
ears.
a very large tusk. She's a
girl, right.
44 years old. She did have a calf about 33 years ago, but she's all grown up and lives at the Birmingham Zoo in Alabama, so she's not the mother of any of these girls here. And then Kamba's right beside her. Kamba looks like a baby, but she is fully grown, just like people come in all shapes and sizes. So do elephants. She's 24 years old. She's the smallest one that we have, though. And then back here at the activity station is Gypsy. She's our youngest elephant at 32, so we don't have any babies here. We have a little aged herd. But she's very easy to tell apart from the other elephants because you can see she does not have a tail. When she was younger, she lived with another elephant who bit her on the tail. Sometimes they do that, it's like sibling from hair. And so at the time was worried.
Elephants eat apples.
Do they? Jenny, strong up.
I didn't know they eat apples too.
Good girl. All right.
Really love showing off for everybody. So, like I said, we have African elephants here. Anybody knows the easiest way to
Congo
call
trunk?
Africans? Yes, ears.
All right. All right.
And Jenny were just
Trunk.
showing you, but African
Good,
elephants
Daddy.
are the ones
Foot
with
down.
very large ears.
Congo, foot
It
down.
helps them stay cool. There is not a lot of
Congo,
shade
foot
to be
down.
had on the African
Good
savannah.
girl.
And so
All
the
right.
skin on our elephants is very
Now
good.
change foot.
And there's a lot of blood
All right.
they flap their
He
ears.
is an
The blood
overachiever.
cools off, and that's
All right,
how
Congo,
their
ears.
bodies can bring their core temperature down.
All right,
and
ears.
release that way. So on a very
Good,
hot
Daddy.
day, they'll just kind of
All
casually
right.
constantly flap their ears. That's what they're doing. They're cooling off that blood supply. Asian elephants live in a much more tropical, forested region of Asia, and so they have plenty of shade, and that's why their ears are much smaller. They don't need that big surface area to help keep them warm. And if you look at Congo, you can see another way that African elephants like to stay cool. She is covered in mud. We have 2 mud wallows out here for them to play in and make sure they get all their mud all over themselves. Because even though their skin is an inch thick, in some places, it's still very sensitive. They can feel bugs land on them, and they don't get sunbites or having a sunburn any more than we do. So they cover themselves with mud, and that protects them from the sun and from the bugs. It also helps them stay cool.
You can see her teeth very well.
It takes longer to
See if Jenny will do a better one.
It's not super hot.
Jenny, open.
But Congo always loves to make sure her mud coat is very fresh.
Open.
So she doesn't find that it's not that warm. A lot of times people will ask us,
Jenny,
"Oh,
open."
They don't look very gray to me. It's because they're always dirty. If you gave them a bath inside the barn, they would come out here and immediately go in a mud wall or
All
something.
right.
So we
Jenny,
we
open.
clean if we try. Another way that you can tell that African elephants is,
Are you sure this is the way you want it? I'm pretty sure. I'd rather do this.
Whereas Asian elephants, only the males will have those really large tusks.
All right,
That's
Jenny.
because African elephants, their
All
main
right.
diet in the wild is trees. They will eat the leaves and the branches. They will push the tree over and scrape the bark off the tree.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Jenny.
From the other one.
Completely push over. The only thing they don't want is after the bark is all gone, they're really not interested in the really large, like, wood of the trunk. So you can see that some of the logs out here are completely stripped of bark, and now they don't want them anymore. They just leave them alone. They don't want to eat that wood. They would eat the wood if it was a smaller branch, but not a big branch, not a big log like that. And then in the wild, they would also use their tusks to dig for water if it was a drought situation. They can dig up roots and stuff like that and eat them as well. Their tusks are just teeth. It's a modified incisor that grows out the front of their mouth, and just like rabbit teeth, they're constantly growing. So you can see how Jenny's left tusk is much shorter than her right one, because just like people are right and left-handed, elephants favor one tusk versus the other. So Jenny likes that left one when she's prying bark off of logs, and that's why it's shorter.
One elephant's lost a tusk.
Right. All of our girls
They
are
lost
white
a
tusk,
tusk.
except for Congo, she only has the one. She has to be white tusk, and then Gypsy back here is our ambidextrous girl. Hers is equal length.
So tight.
Because
She had to grow
Congo was little, she was playing
Right.
really roughly, and she cracked the tusk.
Well, the tusks are always growing. They never stop growing.
She cracked the tusk.
If she'd just broken off the white part, it would have grown back and it would have been fine. But because of the damage, that's why she lost it. But unfortunately, tusks are the reason that African elephants are in a lot of trouble out in the wild. We still lose 96 elephants every day to poachers killing them for their tusks. People like to call them ivory. They like to carve stuff out of it and put it on their mantle. But like I said, it's just a tooth. It's not made of anything different than our teeth. The only value it has is what we place on it. So the best way to help the elephants is to not buy any ivory products in your travels. The United States is the number products, and that includes Rhino horn and other stuff like that. So if we stop buying ivory, they send a very strong message to the
Jenny,
pictures that we don't think it's worth anything.
Jenny, trunk foot.
Buying it, they're just going to keep getting it for us.
Good girl. All right.
10 to 15 years, there will be no more. So it is up to us to help them out. If you're interested in any of our other conservation messages, there's a video inside Base Camp about Dr. Charles Foley. He's a researcher who does projects on wild elephants out in Africa, and we support him here at the zoo. So if you want to find out about Dr. Foley, there's a video in there as well. Now, I'm sure you guys have heard Crystal asking the elephants for some behaviors and then doing some stuff for you. We do what's called positive reinforcement training here at the zoo, which means we ask the elephants for a behavior. If they do it, they get food reward. If they don't do it, nothing bad happens. They just don't get the food. But they're very smart and they're very food motivated, so they're generally pretty interested in participating. If you've ever heard of clicker training with dogs, it's the exact same thing, except instead of a clicker, we use a whistle to tell the elephants that they've done a good job. It's very important in the beginning, especially when they're learning a new behavior, that they understand exactly what it is that you're looking for. And sometimes we can't get them their food exactly when the right thing happens, and so the whistle is something that we've taught them to mean, good job, food's coming. And so that they understand what whistle means. Good job. Yay, I'll stand here and wait for my food down. Because we do what's called protected contact here at the Dallas Zoo, which means we're never in the same space with the elephants at the same time. Protection is done through a barrier. We need them to voluntarily participate in all of their veterinary care and all the ways that we need to take care of them. So that's where the training comes in. Congo picks up her feet like that when Crystal asked, because if we were inside the barn, there would be a little bar in the walls of the barn stalls where she could put her foot up and we could check the bottom of her foot, make sure there's no rocks and stuff stuck in there. They also need their nails filed on a pretty regular basis. If they get too long and start bearing their weight, they'll develop cracks and those can get infected and stuff. So we have to make sure we keep up with their monthly pedicures and stuff, so they put their feet up for all that kind of stuff. They'll turn around and put their back feet up on the bars as well. Good question? In the wild, they would just walk so much more than we can do even in this very large exhibit. They only sleep for 4 hours a day, and they walk and eat for the rest of it. So even with this big exhibit, there's just no way we can replicate that. So they figured out. They stick their ears out when we ask. It is lovely as an education tool to show you guys how big their ears are, but because the skin on their ears is so thin, that's where we take the blood from. That's with blood. And so they stick out their ears so that we can take their blood inside